Yes, student, last time we have ended with basic of refraction. And to end the session, I have given you three questions. First, we'll discuss that three questions. After that, what I'll discuss two consequences of refraction today. One is lateral shift and second is apparent change in height and depth due to refraction. And you will have one assignment in tomorrow's WhatsApp messaging. Yes, first question was, what is angle of deviation when light pass from optically rarer medium to denser, and what is angle of deviation when it pass from denser to rarer? Look, this question I have given in reflection also, because in ray optics this question will be quite common. What is angle of deviation? So angle of deviation, always remember, it is angle between original direction of light ray and final light ray where it is coming out. So see, consider this situation. Normal to the surface, n1, n2, n2 is greater than n1, light is inciding over here. Let's say at angle I. n2 greater than n1, which means light is passing from rarer to denser. As light is passing from rarer to denser, so naturally it will bend towards the normal at angle R. Now if there is no refraction, light was proceeding along this direction. Light was following this path. But due to refraction it have come out over here, which means light is deviated by this much angle. Let's say it is delta. This total angle is I, vertically opposite angles are equal, so this entire will also be I. So by what it have been deviated? Look, from figure, I is equal to delta plus R, this entire will be I. So in this case, delta will be I minus R. So when light is passing from optically rarer medium to denser, it is deviating by angle I minus R. Now second condition, when it passes from denser to rarer, N1, N2, this time N2 is less than N1. Light ray is inciding at certain angle and it bends away from the normal. Here angle of incident is I, angle of refraction is R. If there is no deviation or no refraction, light would have followed this path. So this will become R and this will be delta. This will be delta, correction. So here what we are having, R is equal to I plus delta. In this figure, I was delta plus R, while here R is equal to I plus delta. Okay, that's why here delta will be R minus I. So when light pass from optically rarer medium to denser, it deviate by angle I minus R. Denser to rarer, then it deviate by R minus I. Yes, this was first question what I have given. Now second was, light ray incident on certain refracting surface. This interface is divided into two parts. Light ray is inciding at certain angle, let's say theta 1, or you can write down I. Now what I have given here, there are two possibilities, partial reflection and partial refraction. Angle of refraction I am writing as theta 2. Refractive index of first medium was air, so having refractive index 1. Second medium, N2, I gave refractive index root 3. So in that case, you have to evaluate theta 1. Condition was given, reflected and refracted ray are mutually perpendicular. So this angle is 90. This total is 180. Here theta 1, then naturally this will also be theta 1. So what we are having, theta 1 plus 90 plus theta 2 is equal to 180. As a result, theta 2 you can replace with 90 minus theta 1. Now applying Snell's law, as per Snell's law, what we are having, n1 sine theta 1 is equal to n2 sine theta 2. Here I have already specified n11, but in ray optics, if it is not specified, you take n11, means light ray incident on glass plate, light ray incident on water. Then from what? From which medium? It is from air. So not specified, you can take other medium or first medium as air. So n1 1, n2 root 3. So taking n1 1, what left? Sine theta 1 is equal to n2 sine. Now theta 2 I can replace with 90 minus theta 1. But yes, sine 90 minus theta 1, will it be cos theta 1? So what we are having? Sine theta 1 is equal to n2 cos theta 1. Taking cos theta 1 in division, tan theta 1 is equal to n2, that is root 3. So theta 1 is 60 degree. Means angle of incident will become 60 degree, and if we have to evaluate theta 2, it will be 30 degree. This was second question. And one or two students have tried and they have come out with correct answer also. This was second. Now third is how we can see completely transparent medium in any other medium like air. Remember, we are observing a completely transparent medium because of refraction. So if you are keeping any medium in other medium, like I am having crystal clear water, in which crystal clear water having refractive index 1.33. In that I am keeping another medium like glass plate, also having refractive index 1.33. Then it won't be visible. This question was asked in board exam MCQ. Question was, how lens cannot be seen inside the water? Lens cannot be seen inside the water if refractive index of lens is same as water. This was third question. 2 or 3 students have responded in a very proper manner, and I hope so remaining students may also have tried by this question. Now these were the 3 questions what I have given in last lecture. Now from this onward we will carry forward further.